Freddie, the Pacquiao outside the ring seems very different from the Pacquiao way before. Is this a good thing or a bad thing?
For me, it's good and bad, right? So he had a lot of bad habits, and he had a lot of good habits. All right, so at one time he would gamble maybe a little bit too much, because I was afraid, I don't like that because I don't want my fighter to be broke at the end of their career. He gambled too much, he maybe drank a little bit too much, he definitely chased girls a little bit too much. But maybe his testosterone level is lower now also, and that might be taken away from his killer instinct. So that's 3-1, right? His wife's happy, his family's really happy. They read the Bible every day, which probably couldn't be the worst thing in the world to do. They're very dedicated to their religion. Does he have the killer instinct he once had? I have to answer honestly, I don't think so. But he feels that it's enough to beat the person, you don't have to kill him or knock him out. So that's kind of where we're at right now, and I think that's what we have to live with right now. I was surprised his last fight when he heard his opponent and he jumped on him. He tried to get him out of there, but then he went back to that nicer mode. And I thought we had a moment, but it didn't happen. But the thing is, he's so explosive, though. When he hurts somebody, I think his natural response is to finish him. But we don't have, like, that doesn't happen for a long time. So there's good and bad in his life, yes. Probably more good than bad, though. Because the bad things, we're going to, like, make him broke at the end, and, like, his wife hating him and his baby kids not, I think he's made some good choices.
Thank you, Freddie.